Hey, what's up, sports bettors and NHL fans? This is Bob from OddsJam, here with the NHL 2022-2023 season preview from OddsJam. Don't forget, folks, in the links below we have a link for BetMGM and PointsBet. Get those bonuses right now at both books. They're great. It will help me out. And we also have the deposit matches for Underdog Fantasy and Thrive Fantasy, up to $100 in each app. All right, let's look at the preview of the upcoming season. And as you can see right now, we're looking at the Eastern and Western Conference. These are the popular futures. Western Conference, the favorite, the Colorado Avalanche, Vegas Golden Knights, Calgary Flames, Edmonton Oilers, and Minnesota Wild. In the Eastern Conference, the Maple Leafs, the Florida Panthers, Carolina Hurricanes, Tampa Bay Lightning, and Pittsburgh Penguins. What I like to do here is I like to click on the futures. We're going to use the OddsJam tools to look at what the futures look like, all right? These are kind of predictions, so on and so forth. So as we go to the futures here, as you can see, we have a drop down. And let's just first off go to the Atlantic Division winner. Let's look at the odds. The Maple Leafs have the best odds at plus 200. The Panthers at plus 225. And the Lightning at plus 250. Funny that 3 of the top 5 to picked favorites to win the Eastern Conference are in this division, the Atlantic Division. I would not sit on the Boston Bruins, though, because you never know what can happen, and I think Jim Montgomery is a good coach, and he's worked some magic in the past. Look at this, though. The Detroit Red Wings and Ottawa Senators are sitting in the background. They are going to make some noise this year. They've made moves to make noise. Maybe not win the division, but at least to make noise in the playoffs. Okay, let us take a look at the next division. And as you scroll down here, you can see there are all kinds of things that you can look at. How many points David Pasternak's going to have, Kirill Kaprizov, how many points he's going to have. There are some very, very, very cool futures and predictors, all right? Very good. Let's look at the Metropolitan Division, also in the Eastern Conference. The favorite there is the Carolina Hurricanes, followed by the New York Rangers and the Pittsburgh Penguins, okay? Rangers and Penguins are pretty well dead on. Have we given up on the Capitals? Do the Islanders have enough to make a move? What about the New Jersey Devils? You know, they've got a young core and what have you, and some fast skaters. Are they going to make the playoffs? Very interesting for sure. The Metropolitan Division as we look there. Let's move on to the Central Division winner in the Western Conference. And the Colorado Avalanche, this is a big, big fave at minus 165. Followed by the Minnesota Wild, Nashville Predators, and the St. Louis Blues. Predators have already won 2 games already, folks, against the San Jose Sharks in Czechoslovakia. Is that going to make a difference down the road in the season? You know, 4 points already. Are the St. Louis Blues the 1920 Stanley Cup champions? Are they done? Or 2018-19 Stanley Cup champions? Are they done? Is there a open door? Is it closed? Are the Minnesota Wild a threat in this division? Looks like the odds makers think that they are. Now let's look at the Pacific Division winner with Edmonton and Calgary and Vegas. Those are the favorites, but I'm going to tell you right now, you better watch out for this Los Angeles Kings team. Young team, a lot of speed, physical team. They can make some moves. And then followed by Vancouver, Seattle, Anaheim, and San Jose, which nobody is given a chance, okay? You better watch out for the Kings, but you really better watch out for the Calgary Flames. I think people are underestimating them. Even though they lost Tkachuk and Gaudreau, Jonathan Huberdeau is a stud, and they have picked up some people, and they are going to make themselves a better team. No two ways about it. As we look at the Western Conference winner, and once again, we know that Colorado, Vegas, Calgary, Edmonton, and Minnesota are number one. Let's look at the second tier, which includes St. Louis, Los Angeles, Dallas, and Nashville. Funny how Nashville was tied with St. Louis for odds for winning the Central Division, but quite a bit of difference here for the conference. A lot of people are high on the Wild. Are you one of those? They're a good team. No two ways about it. Can Kirill the Thrill, can he carry him? Is he enough? And once again, it all comes down to goaltending, folks. And Colorado and Vegas and Calgary and Edmonton really don't have top-of-the-line goaltenders. You have St. Louis with a Stanley Cup winner, and you got Minnesota with a Stanley Cup winner. Watch out for those two teams. In the Eastern Conference, as we look, Toronto, Florida, Carolina, Tampa Bay, Pittsburgh, one who is tied with the Rangers. Those are probably your teams that you're going to have to watch out for. Are the Capitals, are they off the map? Are the Capitals a legitimate threat this year? Okay? Are the Senators and the Red Wings a threat to win the conference? Or are they just a threat to make the playoffs? A lot of pieces moved over in this conference. A lot of different guys playing in this conference. Some of them that weren't playing there before. It ought to make for a very, very interesting season. It's going to be great. And folks, you can also go to all these other futures for each team to make the playoffs. What are their odds? Let's just take a look at one right now. The Buffalo Sabres to make the playoffs plus 325, minus 450 to not make the playoffs. Two teams that we were just looking at, the Detroit Red Wings. Let's look at those. Plus 275 to make the playoffs, minus 375 to not make the playoffs. I'd like to find the Ottawa Senators. Well, I can't find the Ottawa Senators. There's a lot to sift through here. It's amazing everything that we have here in OddsJam. Look at all of these props and plays and so on and so forth. Folks, I'm telling you right now, go to oddsjam.com for your 7-day free trial. You're not going to be sorry, and get this code 10BOB and you can get 10% off of your first month with OddsJam. Folks, I'm not sure who's going to win. I'm not making any predictions right now. I know that the Colorado Avalanche, the Calgary Flames are at the top of the Western Conference. In the Eastern Conference, you can't sleep on the Tampa Bay Lightning. That's for sure. But you should watch out for the Carolina Hurricanes. They've got the pieces in place to make the move. It's going to be a great season, isn't it? I'm so looking forward to the 2022-2023 NHL season. I hope you've enjoyed this preview. I've had a lot of fun showing it to you. You guys have a great day. See you later.